So this is cruising now. I'm getting a bunch of things now.
Man of the hour, all is green in my pockets. You can call it turtle power.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Direwolf20 Pack Let's Play series. This is episode 15, and I'm just outside looking at the view. I see that horse over there. You guys want to see the cool thing about those things and why they are so evil? I remember when I was still at the old base and I was just still getting started. I remember I got close to one of those guys and I think a lightning strike struck. Let's see if that happens. And then it multiplied to a bunch of them. And then they're a pain to deal with, those guys, because those guys just shoot like nobody's business. They can kill you really easily. So try to avoid skeleton horses as much as you can. And yeah, try to avoid them at all costs. So yeah, guys, let's get up into my new base that we came here last episode, and let's quickly recap. So whoever didn't watch last episode is kind of caught up on what we did, what we didn't do. So what we did is I showed you guys the base. I built this 11 by 11 reactor, put 4 quantum cores on top, dimensional transceiver, transferring items to a little setup I did over there that it goes into my refined storage. So with my refined storage, what I did is I built a couple more grids, different types of grid, like liquid, I think this is fluid grid, normal grid, crafting grid. I think this is a pattern grid, like for making patterns, and this one is a crafting monitor. And then the back of over here, I did this little interface setup with dimensional transceiver, pulling items. This is pulling items and throw it into the system. I had to do this because for the server that I'm playing in has a couple things banned from refined storage because it makes the TPS go down. So yeah, that's kind of bad for us because I kind of want to push stuff into the system really fast. And here's the other thing about the server that has banned. Let me quickly check. Yeah, refined storage. So another thing that it has banned is this. Where are they? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Where is it? It has banned this crafter, so we can't auto craft, which sucks. Which I know last episode I said I was not gonna get into ME, but guess what? I'm getting into ME. I know. I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, I lied to you guys, but I gotta get into ME if I want auto crafting, and I want that stuff to get pull into the system much faster. And yeah, so this episode we're gonna get into ME. I already crafted a couple things we're gonna need for ME. So let me quickly show you what I crafted over here. So I crafted this. Let's go to apply energistics. So the first thing I crafted. This is the first thing you gotta need if you gotta need to power. So the first couple things you're gonna need is you're gonna need this energy acceptor, which is not that hard. All you need is iron, quartz glass, and a flux crystal, or a pure flux crystal, but you can't get the pure one yet. So you're gonna want to get the normal flux crystal and the quartz glass. The way you get the quartz glass is quartz, Certus quartz dust, or nether quartz dust and glass, and that gives you 4. And then for the what else was it? It was that, and then yeah, and for how you get the flux, this thing right here, if you come over here to the description, you drop 1 charged Certus quartz plus 1 nether quartz and 1 redstone and a pot of water, and it gives you 2. So let me quickly show you that. So you get a charged Certus quartz, which this you can find in the world gen. It generates in its own little ore. It's I'm pretty sure it's called a charged Certus quartz ore. So you get that, you get a redstone, and you get a nether quartz. And then what you do is you turn off your magnet, because you don't want this. You throw it into a little puddle. Give it a second. You're going to see it fuse together, and it's going to give you 2 flux. Oh, there you go. 2 flux. And this, you're going to need this, because you're going to need... The reason you need this to start ME is because you're going to need the power receptor, and you're also going to need the inscribers, which I'll show you how to craft the inscribers right now. So you need the inscribers to make presses. You're also going to need to find yourself 4 different types of presses. The way you find these 4 different types of presses, there's weird little ME meteors that like spawn on top of ground and on the bottom of ground. So you can find them on top of the ground. That's how I found most of mine, just by searching around, and there's a bunch of meters on top. So what you do is you get yourself a silicon press, a logic press, a calculation press, an engineering press. So you need those 4 presses, and before you start ME, you're gonna need those presses, and you're also gonna need the inscriber and the power acceptor. So how you get the inscribers is sticky pistons, one of those flux cords, and iron. So let me quickly craft myself. Let me see. I have 3 already. Need 4. What am I missing? Okay. So we're gonna need 1 for each. And I think I'm just gonna craft 1 more. Good thing. And then another thing we're gonna need. So after you craft this stuff, another thing you're gonna really need to get crafted is you're gonna need to craft. Because one of those recipes requires what do you call it? You need this pure Certus quartz to make where is it at? You need this pure Certus quartz to make the where is it at? No, it's here somewhere. To make this one, the printed calculation circuit, because this circuit is used for a lot of recipes that you're gonna need this calculation process. So it's like for making basic cards, and then you use those basic cards or those advanced cards to make speed upgrades, or so anything goes faster, like the inscriber can go faster. So I'm gonna quickly show you how to do this. So what we're gonna need is we're gonna need some, where is it at? We're gonna need some of this crystal growth accelerators. So you're gonna need the flux blocks. How you make the flux blocks is, since we're not using pure flux crystals, we're using normal flux crystals. You can just put in a 4 in a 2x2. It gives you a block. So let me get some of those stuff over here. So we're gonna need, let me quickly check. We're gonna need 1 for each, and you're gonna need approximately, let me see, 5 of those. 5 is the most you can have. 6, well, technically 6 is the most you can have, but you're gonna need a block in the middle. And the other thing we're gonna need is how we make this ME cable. You use the flux crystal with a little cable cord. Sorry guys, with a quartz fiber. How you make the quartz fiber is just another quartz dust or Certus quartz dust and any type of glass. So let's quickly get this down here. Made. What are we missing? I'm pretty sure we're missing the glass. We're missing the quartz glass. So let's get 1. Oop. Well, now we're missing glass. Let's get some of this stuff crafted over here in my smeltery. Furnace mode. Okay. Let's throw that in there. Let's throw that in there. So I already made myself some nether quartz seeds. So how you make the nether quartz seeds is let me quickly show you that. This is going to be used to make the calculation stuff. So how you make this is you can make it 2 ways. You can use the Certus quartz dust or the nether quartz dust and sand, and that gives you 2 per each craft. So a stack gives you 2 stacks. Let's check on my glass. Now let's craft some more. So that should be good for now. Let's just craft a bunch. So we get, like I said, we're gonna need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna need some ME cable. This we're gonna need a bucket because we're gonna need water. So the way you want to set up this is everything needs power. So the way that it needs power is that it gets power from the power receptor. So let's hook it up over here. I already have something hooked up there. Let's get this online so I can get some stuff going. So the way you set this up is you put it like this. Let me get some of the ME cable going. So if these blocks are touching, if anything from ME is touching, they're sharing power. But if they're not touching, you're gonna need to connect them with a cable. So let me get that one connected, and so since that one is connected, I'm just breaking blocks like nobody. We'll get those ones connected, so we're gonna need those 2 connected and connecting. Maybe not. Oh, so here's the thing. You can't connect them to the sides because the sides is where they output, like the way that they make it grow. So you gotta put them to connect from the top. So I'm just gonna put them to connect from the bottom instead. So I might need a little bit more cable. Let me just check this out, how this is. So this one is, yeah, let me go get more cable. Cable. So I already made myself up quite a bit. just because I was checking this stuff out before. Let's just get all of this stuff connected. So that should be fine. Let's just get it all connected all the way around except for that right there. So yeah. Then you're gonna want to put your block of water, your source of water right there, and you just want to throw your seeds in there. And you want to give it power. Why is this not getting power? Oh, maybe. There you go. So you got to make sure you connect that to the top. They can't be touching like that. Like I told you, they can't be touching to the side. They can only be touching to the top. So let's just give it more power. Let's just connect it like that. So now as you can see, it's glowing. So that's generating a lot of power. So if I jump in here and grab them, you're gonna see that at first when I had them, they were, I think that I didn't show you guys. So right now, if you see them, it says 20% down there for both of them. So that means they're going. So when they reach 100%, they're gonna be fine. Let's throw them back in there. Make sure when you don't have a magnet or anything there. So let me quickly grow this one, and I'll be right back in a second with you guys when this one's are grown. And alright guys, and we are back. And as you can see, they don't show you 100% no more, but when you know they're 100%, it just says pure. I think it said pure before. Let's quickly check that. Maybe not. Where's the seed at? Maybe not. Yeah, but if you can see right here in the JEI that it says Cirrus quartz seeds and nether quartz seed, and then you can also do flux seeds. And you see 33%, 33%, and then you see 66%, and they go all the way until they reach purity. This one's gonna say pure, so when you reach purity, that means you're good. So let me quickly unpower this so it stops wasting my power. So here's the weird thing that I'm seeing. Every time crashed. I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, and we are back, and I'm not sure how we got crashed. Guess breaking those little cables right there crashed me. So let me quickly see what type of wrench we have over here. Let's just search up a wench. The wench over here. Not sure if I could use my other wrench, like my Yara wrench, to get these things off. Probably not. I think I'm gonna need a Certus wrench or maybe a quartz wrench. Let's try to make a wrench to remove those things. So here's another quartz wrench. Get off. Get off. Okay. So that works. So try to use a wrench when you break stuff or you might crash your client. That's what I did. Oh, so in this chest, as you can see, is I crafted a bunch of things because I was testing things off camera. So I can show you guys how we do things. So let's quickly, so now that we got this stuff ready, what we want to do is we want to automate the production of the regular stuff, like the regular stuff that we need. Let me quickly show you which ones. The regular processor stuff, like the engineering processor and the logistics processor, the silicon, and also the calculation one. So how you want to do this is you want to, let's quickly do this. How do we want to do this? So right here. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to put them all together, because like I told you guys, if they're touching each other, they're sharing power. So we're going to leave one off because this one, we're going to get this one to automate, so it puts everything together and it crafts it all together. So what we want to do is we want to get our presses. So let's quickly throw, the way I like to do it is I like to throw my silicon press first, and then I like to throw my gold, which is logistic, and then my engineer, which is diamond, and the last one, which is the Certus quartz. So you can see if I throw a Certus quartz in here, maybe. Can I not do that? Are you not the Certus quartz guy? quickly make sure. Where is it at? Da 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 da. Calculation. Okay, so for the calculation process, I can see is that you need pure Certus, not pure nether quartz. So let's go get some of the other stuff so you can see, so you guys can see how we craft it. So we get dust. Do we even have dust? And we don't have that much. So let's just get this thing going over here. I have my machinery down here for now. I'm gonna have to move it that way. I'm gonna have to put it somewhere over here and automate it. And guys, I'm sorry if I'm talking a little bit too fast for most of you, but right now I'm feeling kind of sick, so I kind of want to get this episode kind of done kind of quickly. So I apologize for that if I'm talking a little bit too quickly than usual. Yeah. So let's quickly get this thing going over here. Almost done. Hopefully I have enough sand. Yeah, I have enough sand. I have a stack. So there we go. We got our stack of Certus. Let's put that together. It's going to give us 2 stacks. So as you can see, it says 0%. So let's throw it in here. And let's give this power. There we go. And while that grows up, I'm going to, let me see, where's my moving one? Okay, what happened there? I just placed my chest. That's a weird bug. Hopefully I didn't lose anything. Yeah, I lost a lot of things. Oh gosh. That is a mistake. Make sure when you use a moving one to not have anything in it. I just lost a lot of things. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, okay. Whatever. It's whatever, guys. So what I want to do is I want to put my chest. Let's put it right here. So what I want to do is from this chest, I'm going to run cable into the back of this stuff. And what I want to do is I'm going to be using filters. So what I'm going to have the chest is going to be an in-out chest. It's going to extract. Let me quickly show you what it's going to extract. It's going to extract stuff. So from here is going to be the same thing, in, out. Same thing here. In, out. In, out. And in, out. Let's quickly check on this stuff. Is it done? 94%. It's going to be done in a second. Well, I'll go get my other stuff that I need. So you're going to need a diamond to configure this stuff, gold, and silicon. So let's get all of this stuff together, and this is done. You're also going to need this stuff here. So let me throw one in here quickly, because I'm going to need the byproduct of this so I can actually configure it properly. No. So we're going to need the gold, need the redstone in there, we're going to need the silicon press, gold press, diamond press, diamond, and this, and the press of that should be done. There we go. So the way we want this is going to be, I'm also going to need another filter in here for in. So we're going to insert all of this stuff back into the chest, and we're going to extract the gold, the silicon, the diamond, and this. And for this one, like I said, this one we're going to have filter in for silicon. We're going to have it extract whatever is done in there. Hopefully it doesn't extract the thing. I don't think it will. So we're going to have that and insert that. This one we're going to have on insert gold. Nope, gold. Extract whatever. And this one we're going to have, alright, and this one we're going to have it inserting diamonds and extracting on. And this one we're going to have inserting the pure quartz and extracting that. Okay, so this should all be good to go. So now what we need to do is we need to have this extract. So everything should be working properly now. Let's just take a look at it. You see everything's going in, and press. As you can see over here, it's about to get pressed, and then the press gets taken out and gets put into the chest. So this is a quick way of automating this. So now let me show you how you automate the creation, because the way you need to create the, like, let's say the engineering processor, you need this. You need either this, one of those, or one of this. Or what was that about? You need redstone. You're also going to need silicon. So these are the three different things you need. I think redstone goes in the middle. Kind of goes like this, I think. Yeah. I'm going to show you how to automate this right here. So the way you automate this is you can't automate it the same way that that's automated, because it's kind of a, how can I put this? It's kind of like a different setup, the way that the stuff goes in. So let me quickly get some more item conduits. I don't have too many of them. That should do for now. So let me quickly get rid of this. Let me quickly get this one set up, and I'll come back with you guys to show you how this one gets set up. Hey guys, and we just came back for a quick second, because I want to show you that Ender.io has ME conduits, which, if you know how conduits work, that you can put any type of conduit in the same block. So I'm just gonna make myself a couple of this stuff, which we're gonna need some of this fiber. We're gonna need that glass that we cooked. Let's make a bit of that. Let's make ourselves a bit of that. Oh, a stack. So how the ME conduit works is that we can put this conduit. So let's say that we don't want to use this conduit over here. So let me get rid of this. So instead of using that conduit, we can use Ender.io conduit, ME conduit. So what we can do is we can don't shift. So we can connect it to it. Now that's connected to that. Now that's giving power to everything. So we're gonna need this wrench. So now, as you can see, everything should still be working. Yep. So everything's still working. Everything's still getting powered and stuff. So yeah. So I'm gonna use this conduit cable and connect this so I can make this one work better. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna have it set up. Well, let me quickly set it up, and I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alright guys, and we're back from that crash. So whatever you try to do, the ME conduit cables are kind of bugged right now. So if they're touching any machine and you want to disable it, don't disable it, because that's going to crash your client and only your client. So yes, I tried to disable this twice, so I'm not connecting to that one, but it crashed me twice. So let me quickly show you the setup up here of how this one works. So what I have is I have conduit cables going from this chest. I don't have it connected to that one because it might mess something up. So what I did, you can disconnect those from those ones. So I kind of disconnected it from there. So you can see, let me quickly put it into conduit mode. So as you can see, that one is just connected to that block up there, and then this one is just connected to that one. So yeah, let me quickly put this on everything mode. Where is it at? Okay, there's everything mode. So I have it connected up here, right? So what I have is inserting from down here. What is this? This is such a, wow, conduits are so buggy. So I have it inserting from the bottom silicon. So it's inserting silicon from the bottom. From the back, I have it inserting and extracting. So I have it inserting redstone, and it's extracting the logistics press, the engineering processor, and the calculation processor. So that's the final thing you need. Then up here, I have it inserting the printed logistics circuit and the diamond circuit and the Certus cord circuit. So, and over here I have this one into an in-out. I have it extracting silicon, logistics circuit, engineering circuit, calculation circuit, and redstone. So let's turn that on. As you can see, it just put some stuff in there. So you're about to see it's about a craft tongue. As you can see, it works every time. So how this is gonna go is it's gonna finish everything from the printed calculation. It's gonna probably move on after to that to like the other stuff. When it's done with this, it's probably gonna move on to either the engineering or the logistics. So let me quickly make a bunch of this stuff, and I'll be right back with you guys. Let's quickly make something on camera. What we're gonna need is some accelerations. You make this with the advanced card that I was telling you that we're gonna need the calculation press for. So we got 8 of them already. So this is one thing you really kind of want to make if you want ME to go faster. So let's quickly make ourselves some of those. So let's just throw that in there. Let's see how many we can make. 16. That's good. So for that, we're gonna need the flux thingy. Let's make 16 of those. So now if the maximum you can throw on this is 3. So let's shift that in there. And look how fast it's going now. It's going quick. So I'm gonna make enough for the other ones, and I'll be right back when I craft a bunch of other stuff. Hey guys, and I just came back to show you guys something real quick while this is going. Look how fast this is going now with all through acceleration upgrades to all of them. So this is cruising now. I'm getting a bunch of things now. So one thing I wanted to show you guys how to get silicon. So here's one cool way of getting silicon. So what you want is our compacting drawer. So we're gonna place our compacting drawer up here. I'm pretty sure. Let's just put it up here just in case it doesn't work. We want to do an item conduit over here. Let's have this to filter. So we're going to extract and we're going to filter. Let's just put it to right now it's on. And then we're going to have it inserting down here. Let's configure this machine because right now it's kind of dirty. So let's have it pull. Let's have that none. Let's have this one push. Let's get ourselves a chest. Chesticle. Let's get a diamond chest just because why not? So what we want to do is we want to get a bunch of clay blocks. If you have a quarry running, you're going to get a lot of clay blocks. Or a lot of clay. We have a lot of clay. So what we're going to get is clay blocks. So we want to put this here. We want to put the clay in up here. So we want to, let's get 1. So let's tell this to extract clay. And so that's going to extract clay and then it's going to put it in here. And what we want to do is want to insert the clay block. So as you can see, this is connected, but we can disconnect it just by clicking on it. So what we wanted this to do is to extract clay balls. So let's get a clay ball. We wanted to extract clay balls and insert them back in here. So what this is going to do is going to do a loop, and it's going to keep crafting clay blocks until it can't craft no more clay blocks. So let's just give that a test right now. So bam. So as you can see, clay blocks are getting placed in there. Clay is going in there, but it's getting extracted and put back up here, which is crafting more clay blocks. The only thing that's going in here is clay blocks. And the only thing that's going to be left in this chest is just going to be silicon. When silicon gets made. Well, if it extracts it fast enough. Let's quickly check why it's... Come on, lag. I don't like when lag hits. Too many people on the server doing too many different things. Give it a second, maybe. Oh, something happened. Give me a second. Alright guys, and we're back. And yeah, as you can see, the only thing that's going to be left in here, it's going to be silicon. So eventually it's going to push it out. Eventually, but yeah. So this is a self-going thingy right here if you want to make unlimited silicon. And yeah, so this is just going automatically. All you got to do is just throw some more clay blocks because it's going to use them up eventually. I have a lot of clay, so I'm just going to use a lot of clay blocks. So yeah, guys, so let me get crafting more of this stuff, and yeah, I'll be back in a second when I get a bunch of this stuff crafted, so we can make a little ME and 164K. And then next episode we're gonna try to fix all of this stuff here, and yeah. So let me quickly get more of this stuff crafted, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright guys, and we are back, and I kind of let this go for a little bit, not too long though. It's probably been like 10-15 minutes. Now this is working really good. As you can see, we had 11 stacks there now we have 8 stacks. So as you can see, it does use the clay ups. And then what I also did is, I also put a basic drawer over here with some flint, and I'm extracting the flint, so it puts the flint in here, so it gives me a better chance of getting silicon. So there was more silicon in here, but I took it and I threw it over there. So let's take some of this stuff and let's go crafting some stuff. Let's go start crafting some of the ME stuff. So give me a second. So let's get the stuff crafting. So the first thing we're gonna need for ME is we're gonna need a drive. The drive is not that hard to make. All it needs is just 2 engineering presses, some ME cable, and iron. We got 1. Now the next thing we're gonna need to make is we're gonna need to make an ME access port. I think that's what it's called. It's an ME terminal. I think it's terminal. We're gonna go for a crafting terminal, so we're gonna go all the way. So first we need the ME terminal, which is one of this illuminating thingies. So let's see if we have. Yep, let's make one of those. So it gives you 3 per craft. So let's just make the ME terminal. So we're gonna need a formation core and an annihilation core. Sorry for my pronunciation of stuff. Let's quickly get the other one crafted. Let's get this one crafted, and now let's get. Nope, I went too fast. We want this first, and after that we want the crafting one, which we're gonna need a crafting table. Come here, crafting table. Break. Let's get that crafting table. Bam. There's our thing. We're also gonna need an ME cable because you need cable to connect this, the drive from this. We're also gonna want to make ourselves. Well, not right now, maybe. We're also gonna need to make the 64K drive so we can start storing a lot of things in here. So let's make that 64K. So it's just like making a. We also gonna need glass. We're gonna need sand. That's a bad thing about some of this stuff that you need a lot of sand. So let's I cooked myself some sky stone. So let's get some of this stuff. Let's get this stuff passed through here. Let's see what it gives us. It gives us gravel and sand. So we're gonna need to pass the gravel again to get sand. So that's because we are gonna need some glass. So sand. Why don't I have a lot of sand is a question. Is there any way to get sand? Let's quickly check any way to get sand. Sand, how you craft sand? You can find sand. In a crusher. Not bad. Macerator. That gives you a percentage. Smooth. There's no way of making it, I guess. What is this? Crusher. Alright, so I guess there's no way. So let's just start taking some of this stuff out. So let me get some sand, guys, and let me get some glass, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, guys, and we're back, and I just got a bunch of stuff ready so we can start crafting the 64K. So let's get crafting on that 64K. Where is it at? Let's just search it up. 64K, so we 64K from applied energistics. So let's get started at that. So we're gonna need this stuff. What am I missing? I'm missing something very important. We need to craft this first. So let's throw a stack in here. Let's craft a stack of that. Bam. Let's get a stack of that, and let's craft everything else from that. So from here, I think it's 21. I need a bunch of that stuff. Bam, 21. Let's craft the next thing, which is this, which I guess we're crafting 7. Bam, there's 7. Now let's craft the last component. Oh, wrong one. Bam. So we're only gonna craft 2 64Ks. Hey, at least we got that for. Bam, 2 64Ks. So now let's craft the storage cell. There's 1 64K. There's 2 64Ks. And I already set this up. This is how you need to set it up. You need to get like the power thing. So the cool thing is that normal cable can connect to the Ender IO ME conduit cable. So that's pretty cool. So that can share that. So what you want to do is just throw it in here, and bam, you can start throwing all of your stuff in here now. So it's the same thing as that, except this. With this, if you make yourself an interface, you can actually just connect that thing, and it'll just throw infinite stuff into the interface. It doesn't have like a buffer. It doesn't say, oh no, it's only going to input one. Whatever you throw into the interface, it's gonna go right into the system. So yeah, guys. So I think I'm gonna call it an episode here. So yeah, guys. So let's quickly recap what we did today. So what we did today is we worked on the automation of this. So this is automated now, fully automated. So it's working by itself. We did the ME, and so what I'm gonna do between episodes is I'm gonna try to move literally everything in this system to the ME system. So I'm gonna have to craft a couple more 64Ks because I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna need a lot of 64Ks. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of 64Ks so I can move everything that's in this system into here. And by next episode, we gonna see what else we can do. So yeah, guys, this is Iron B signing out. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace out. And if you guys are new and you guys like the content over here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to also hit that like button and also leave a comment if you like. So yeah, guys, catch you guys on the next episode. See you guys later.